Welcome back to Brentford Fan TV. This is going to be my initial and immediate reaction to Spurs away, where we have just lost 3-1. I'm going to be covering everything from our early goal to the Spurs goals to any controversy, including Vicario. So let's get into it. So it started with the Mbeumo goal, and yeah, it was incredible, I presume, in that way, and I unfortunately wasn't there. But yeah, it was Keenan's Potter assist, and it was a great volley from Mbeumo, and it's absolutely incredible that 2 weeks in a row we scored within 23 seconds. Last week against City, now against Spurs away, and so it's absolutely incredible. But it is still really frustrating when you have such a good start to then lose the lead pretty soon and then go on to lose the game. But then I'm just going to gloss over that goal really, because I feel like in the grand scheme of the whole game, scoring 20 seconds in is now pretty irrelevant. But next up was a Pinnock mistake that led to a Tottenham Hotspur goal that Solanke scored, and it's really frustrating because we played out from the back throughout the entire game, and I don't think it worked well at all. Well, it worked well at points, but I don't think it worked well enough to warrant us to do it, because we've conceded from the Pinnock mistake, and then when playing out from the back, we conceded our next goal. We lost the ball in the midfield, and then it led to the Tottenham second goal, and so now it seems Thomas Frank is really persistent for Brentford to play out from the back, especially when we're not playing like a tall talisman up front, like no Tony and Sharda was on the bench, and so Thomas Frank clearly really wants us to play out from the back. However, I don't know if it's too good of an idea to play out from the back all the time against these big six teams, especially because they're too good. Their presses are really good. We know how good Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham can press, especially when we're trying to play out from the back, having just scored within 20 seconds. And so I think, do we need to be a bit more humble and realise we're not that good? I know we have good players and we play out from the back decently well, but it just seems inevitable for us to then lose the ball eventually, and we're going to concede. It's a bit like Southampton coming up from the Championship, and they're trying to play out from the back, but they're clearly not good enough, and we scored 2 goals against them from their errors when playing out from the back. And now Spurs have done the exact same to us, so do we need to humble ourselves a bit and not do that against big teams? Maybe play Sharda, try to play off of him, because that's what I really think we should be doing at this point in time. It took us till the 35th minute, I'd say, for us to really get out of our half. We were just stuck behind that Spurs immense pressure, and because of it, they had got 2 goals, and we're now losing 2-1. And so, last 10 minutes of the first half, we finally started to play well again, and we actually had quite a few chances because of it. And there was a major one where Vicario was not sure what he was doing at all. Terrible, just play with the ball at his feet. He got tackled by Carvalho, and Mbeumo missed a really good opportunity. There were players on the line who blocked it. He either should have had a better shot or found Keenan's Potter, who was actually open to have the shot. So it is a bit frustrating that we missed such a big opportunity to make it 2-2 before half time. The second half was then pretty similar to the first half. We were just stuck inside our own box for the first 20 minutes, and we were trying to play out from the back, but really just struggling to, and losing possession so many times and giving Spurs so many chances. And so, yeah, after that initial 20 minutes, we finally got out and we started to have chances again. And then the main talking point really from here is that Vicario error, you could call it, where he handballs the ball once, maybe twice, outside the box. And this is really frustrating because it did go to VAR, but then nothing happened and the game continued after a minute. And so what I'm going to presume is what happened is that it would have only been a yellow card for Vicario, so VAR can't interfere, and it wasn't a goal-scoring opportunity, and so VAR can't interfere again. And so it's really, really frustrating. Does there need to be a change in the way VAR works? I mean, ideally the referee would have just spotted it straight away, given us the foul on the edge of the box, and probably a yellow card for Vicario. But it's so frustrating, like, that's such a major point in the game, and that could have changed the game so much for us. And yeah, but then not long after that, Maddison scored to make it 3-1. We had some other chances before then. I think there was a Sharda one that was quite good, but it was a good Vicario save. But Maddison went and made it 3-1. If I could have picked someone to not score for Spurs, I'd probably say Maddison, but that's the way it goes. And then it felt, just to rub salt into the wound, it felt to rub salt in the wound before the game ended. Spurs just subbing on all their youngsters, one of which was Archie Gray, who we so nearly signed in the summer for 35 million, and then it seemed like a day or two before we had closed the deal, Spurs swooped in and just paid an extra like 7 million and a player going towards Leeds from Spurs, so we lost out on Archie Gray. But an overall conclusion of the game is it's a game to be proud of. We played very well, but I'm starting to get a bit frustrated having played all the Big Six teams, and we keep saying we should be proud of our performance, but we keep not getting anything out of games, and it's like, how long can this go on for? And then also, I'm also a bit frustrated about the playing out from the back, how often we do it and how little it's working. Because I feel like with the playing out from the back, we'd do it, say, 10 times, and then every 10 times it would work once, and we'd have that chance. And so I don't think we're getting much return on investment, you could say, from playing out from the back. And so I do think there needs to be a stylistic change for when we're playing the bigger teams to be a bit more direct. But I do think we did play out from the back well, and we do press all right. And so looking to our next game against West Ham, we should be pretty excited, I'd say, that we can really go and just dominate. Because if we're playing this well against the big teams every week, why can't we go and be even better against West Ham and get a convincing win? And yeah, one other point to touch on is that how young our team was that we played. I think there was at least six players in the starting lineup who were 23 or younger, or maybe one of them was 24. So over half of the starting 11 were really young. And then the players who we subbed on, people like Trevitt, Konak, Roslev, Sharda, they're all, Sharda's 22, Trevitt 20, Konak 18, and then Roslev 25. And so it was a really young team, and so for them to play as well as they did, not let the occasion get to them, I think everyone should be really proud. And then one final thing before the end of the video, I'm going to just highlight a few players who I thought played really well. For it seems like the 5th week in a row, I'm going to say Mark Flecken. He's made so many saves in every game, and it was the exact same this game. He kept us in the game many times, many great saves. And then I'm going to shout out Keenan Potter. I thought he was incredible up and down that left-hand side. He created the first goal, and he had Porro on strings the entire game. The next shout-out is probably Carvalho. I thought he had a great game for us. Really continued that form from midweek, but unfortunately, no goal. And then I'm going to obviously shout out Mbama. He had a great game with the goal and his general play. So, overall, pretty disappointed with the game, but we're going to have to move on. That's football. This is the Premier League. This is where we want to be, and it's not easy at all. But hopefully we can get a win next week against West Ham. So thank you for watching, and have a good evening.